Ghana's vegetable sector, an area with vibrant, serene horticultural ambience that provides an excellent opportunity for investors, farmers, and the economy. The sector resonates with a very vibrant, enthusiastic labor force, arable land with lots of clean surface water bodies. The sector continues to improve significantly with an estimated export value of $5 million.
So there is the reasons, all these reasons, Holland is growing together in vegetables with Ghana. We are very enthusiastic about this program, which we started in 2013 and will continue to 2021. And we help the entrepreneurial farmers, those who would like to move forward and those who would like to see farming as a business, as a business to get profits from. We help them with technical advice, with financial means, with a loan or with a grant, to better and improve their farms and to seek more outgrowers. That means more production, more vegetables in the end, and of course more jobs.
And the last 4 years we have been active in the vegetable sector in Ghana to increase the competitiveness of Ghana's vegetable sector. We've been doing that through supporting companies, training farmers, working with the government to improve the business climate.
In the last 4 years, the sector has seen major improvement in terms of agronomy training. The Wageningen University of Research and local agronomists have worked on increasing skills for farmers to produce quality vegetables with recommended inputs. These trainings have reached about 2,000 farmers all around Ghana to improve vegetable production. The sector is now more sustainable with adequate agronomic practices and improved technology to attract investment opportunities. The sector has seen an increase in trade relations between Ghana and the Netherlands and other European companies. There are more investment in greenhouse production, drip irrigation, improved seeds, among others, which has projected Ghana to a high input and output horticulture sector. The business climate is favorable and attractive with vibrant collaborative effort from private and public sector resources. The sector is one of the best places to cultivate and transact business.
We are proud to say that working closely with all these agencies and PPRC being the main MPPO, we have new facilities at the airport. We train our inspectors. We develop standard operating procedures. We have new equipment, and today we are proud to say that PPRC is up to the task of inspecting and regulating the exports of agricultural commodities from Ghana to other countries in the world. It can help us trace products from field to markets in Europe and other parts of the world. And then two, we're also instituting a certification system that allows exporters to have a minimum certification. Our view is that it will help in minimizing the presence of harmful organisms and also weaknesses in the products that our exporters export to countries in other regions of the world.
Ghana is ready to explore different crops for the export market. Okra, curry leaves, and butternut squash are among the alternative crops Ghana is considering for export. The Swiss port, cargo locks, the plant quarantine services department, pack houses are an array of infrastructure available to boost export revenue for the country.
We grow mostly butternut squash here, some chili, sweet potato, and some staple crops such as maize and rice. Butternut squash, because we have a competitive advantage with butternut squash due to our location and our climate. Because we obviously, if we're growing normal crops, common crops such as lettuce, cauliflower, carrots, okra, wouldn't really be able to compete with producers in southern Ghana because they are closer to the ports, they are closer to the markets. But with butternut squash, our environment is better suited to it. We have a 7-month-long dry season. And another name for butternut squash is winter squash. So it's more suited for drier, cooler climates, which we have in the north in the Harmattan. It doesn't do too well in the rainy season. So climatically, we are better placed to be able to produce a lot of butternuts in the dry season, which is also the export window for Africa to Europe, because they get a lot of their butternut squash between February and June before their own production is also available.
Kukubila Farms is Global Guard certified with a pack house located closely to the farm. The hardy nature of butternut squash makes it a good choice of vegetable to cultivate, since it can withstand the long journey from the northern part of the country to the capital Accra and remain in a decent exportable condition. Production costs are much lower because of cheaper cost of labor and access to water from the irrigation facility.
Ghana has gone through a revolution. Our sanitary phytosanitary systems has been well developed and enhanced. Our inspectors are up to scratch, and we are now ready to see a boom in our export trade.
The last 4 years saw a ban on some selected vegetables like capsicum, gourds, and eggplants. A lot of export companies diversified with alternative export crops like tinder, okra, and curry leaves to sustain their businesses during the ban. Fortunately, the efforts of PPRSD, the Export Task Force, Ministry of Food and Agriculture, and other donor agencies have been instrumental in the lifting of the ban. These institutions provided sufficient confidence to the EU that Ghana's produce is free from harmful organisms. Starting January 2018, exporters can now export these selected vegetables to the EU. Ghana has established her own certification scheme, Ghana Green Label, aimed at monitoring production activities of farmers and boosting public confidence in the domestic market for quality vegetables produced in a sustainable way in terms of water source and use of pesticides. Through Ghana Veggie's agronomy training of trainers, the vegetable sector can boast of skilled certified agronomists with practical solutions to strengthen production-related challenges. Looking for human resource to develop your business plan? Get in touch with Agri-Impact Incubatees to walk you through the process of your business plan for the vegetable sector. Exchange of knowledge is very crucial for innovation in the vegetable sector in a country like Ghana. Ghana Veg brings experts from the Netherlands for a period of time who work together with local agronomists and have training programs for them who in turn train farmers. It is a cascading model in which much attention is given to the transfer of knowledge that is needed for vegetable cultivation.
Well, I'm working for Wageningen University in the Netherlands, and I'm specialized in knowledge transfer for vegetable farmers. We work both in Africa and Asia. So what is important about the vegetable sector in the agricultural economy is that vegetables are a very dynamic sector. There are many types of vegetables, more than 40 I can think of. And then within those vegetable groups there are various ways of cultivation, like in greenhouse or open field. With other agricultural crops is that the product is very vulnerable. There's lots of pests and diseases, and you need a lot of knowledge and experience. And that is why we have come into Ghana Veg project to support especially the capacity building. The capacity building means that we have to fortify the farmers with knowledge. But the knowledge does not only come from the universities or from the educational institutes, it also comes from businesses, from companies, the input supply, for example, but especially the knowledge among farmers themselves.
I'm a manager for Global Competitiveness Ghana, which is an agribusiness consulting firm that trains farmers and people in agriculture. Participating in the Ghana Veg Training of Trainers program has been a very wonderful experience for me because it has improved my overall knowledge in the agronomic practices, which are very essential to the farmers I come into contact with on a daily basis and as I go on doing my work. Key thing about this training is that it is so easy to participate in because of its practicality. So even if you are not formally trained in agronomy, the training has been structured in such a way that you'll be able to understand the basics, and also you'll be in the position to be able to transfer that knowledge to other farmers in very simple and easy to understand terms. So to me, the training has been so beneficial and is going to help me to become a better trainer in my work as a private consultant.
And this is also an opportunity for companies, both from within Ghana as well as outside of Ghana, to invest in the vegetable sector, because now there are a lot of agronomists available that can assist in better production of vegetables.
There are immense transformations in the various value chain, from the use of variety of hybrid seeds to irrigation facilities and the use of modern technology for production. The use of greenhouse as medium of production cannot be left out. Companies like East West and Veggie Seeds are some of the thriving companies in the Ghanaian horticultural landscape. To meet market demands, companies like Eden Tree Ghana Limited use irrigation for production.
We use irrigation because we cannot rely on the weather, because it rains twice a year, and we are supplying vegetables, fruits and herbs for the whole year, every day with the exception of Sundays. So we cannot rely on rain pattern. So yes, we use irrigation.
Ghana has also increased in the area of innovative inputs that support vegetable production, like biologicals. A company like Real IPM has registered a number of biological products that act as natural enemies to pests. A number of Dutch seed companies have a strong foothold here for farmers to purchase hybrid seeds for the production of quality okra, tomatoes, cabbages and other vegetables. One company worth highlighting is Eden Tree Ghana Limited. Eden Tree has started a large wholesale facility in Accra, which package and distribute healthy vegetables by slicing and dicing them, as well as selling them in whole. They have a huge network of farmers from which they source very good quality vegetables produced in a sustainable way. Ghana Veg is proud to be associated with a company like Eden Tree in the cultivation, packaging and sale of healthy vegetables.
Eden Tree Limited is a processing company. We process vegetables, fruits and then herbs. And we also distribute to the supermarkets and catering firms. And we also have our own farms that we produce from. However, because of the demands of the market, what we produce from our farms is not enough for us, so we also work with our growers and other farmers who grow for us.
And we try with our vegetable programs also to encourage the Dutch investors and the Dutch traders and the Dutch sellers to come to Ghana to help with their technology, with the quality projects that they sell, like the good seeds, to improve the standards and the quality of vegetable growing in Ghana.
I think also a great business opportunity for investors in Ghana's vegetable sector. So both for domestic companies as well as foreign companies, all the conditions now are in place to start producing more of these vegetables for export markets.
So we invite all potential business, both Ghanaians, non-Ghanaians, to come and then partake and join us to develop a very viable fruit and vegetable export sector. We are ready, and we're also ready to assist those to help them navigate and address issues of directives from the EU, our own internal control mechanisms and other regions, and ensure that we increase our export volumes and value from today what is present to 2-3 fold in the next 4 to 5 years. Thank you.